Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Glad to see you back. At least we get to look at Obstagoon once again in the Ultra League. I know I've already made a video on him, and so has a lot of other people, but I just really love Obstagoon. So I'm going to be showing you a couple more battles here from Obstagoon in the lead this time, permanently in the lead, with counter, cross chop, and night slash. I actually like running him with gunk shot and in the safe switch position better, but these are still some good battles, so let's go ahead and get right into it here. So as you can see, I've got Obstagoon in the front with counter, cross chop, and night slash, Togekiss in the middle with charm, ancient power, and flamethrower, and then Swampert as the safe switch with mud shot, hydro cannon, and earthquake. Let's get right into these videos here. Okay, so these were from a while ago. I'm actually very close to rank 9 at this point. I'm at 2450. So we have a good lead here. He's running Fury Cutter, so I was expecting him to switch out, but he's staying in, I guess, because that Fury Cutter does some super effective damage, but really Obstagoon still takes this one, so I'm not really worried, unless he wants to commit shields, but his Night Slashes are going to do barely anything to me, so I'm just going to let them all hit me, and as you can see, they barely do anything, and I get to these Night Slashes faster than he gets to his. So I think he's just going to let his Scizor go, just sack it totally, understandable. I get the attack boost, so here comes Venusaur, and I'm glad that my Obstagoon is still here because Venusaur is really good against my back line. So just going to keep throwing Night Slashes. Oh, look how much damage that does, and I get another attack boost, and he gives up. I do not blame him. That is the power of Obstagoon. Sometimes you just get that 12.5% chance to get that attack boost, and it can change the course of the entire battle. It's a lot more powerful, I would say, than Cresselia's Moonblast debuff. Just because, okay, we've got an interesting matchup here, but I'm running Cross Chop at this point, so I'm okay with staying in here. And it looks like my IVs might be a little better than his, because his health is deteriorating a little faster. He doesn't shield. I'm actually going to shield this because I want my Obstagoon to have some health, but it turns out it's just a Night Slash. So I'm able to farm down, so I don't mind using that shield, even though I shouldn't have. Oh, and here comes Mewtwo, so we're going to keep throwing these Night Slashes. He's going to commit some shields here, and then he bails out into Lapras. It turns out my Obstagoon is good against his entire team. I mean, pretty much, because his Obstagoon didn't have Cross Chop as far as I could tell. So I'm just going to stay in here. I was thinking about switching off on the charge move, but I'm just going to shield, because I know that I can beat this Lapras. Yeah, this was the match I was talking about in my last video where basically my Obstagoon just soloed the entire team. That Frost Breath does some damage. It's a strange moveset to be running. I was expecting him to switch out, but he doesn't, so I throw the Cross Chop, and that'll be taking the Lapras down. And then, well, Mewtwo will come back in, and one Confusion should take me down. But now I've got 2 Pokemon to his 1. We're both, you know, no shields left in the game. So I'm going to come in with Togekiss and tank these Psy Strikes, and then I'm going to switch into Swampert, or tank 1 Psy Strike, and then I'm going to switch into Swampert so I can get a couple Hydro Cannons off. And I'll have to get hit by 1 Psy Strike here, but I should be able to get to 2 Hydro Cannons before he can get to the next Psy Strike, and that should, it should be enough to take him out. It'll be close. With the, maybe a few Mud Shots afterwards. Should take him out. Yeah, so that would be a GG. Alright, headed right into the next battle. Not changing the lineup here. It seems like I'm doing, I was pretty pumped at this point. I think this is when I first powered up my Obstagoon, so I was like super pumped up, like, oh my god, I'm actually winning Ultra League battles now, because man, Ultra League is tough for me. Not anymore though, it's actually been quite easy with the Obstagoon. So we get a good lead here. He's got Dragon Breath, so it makes this a little bit worse. But I'm going to be doing super effective damage with those Night Slashes, so he's going to keep throwing some Dragon Claws at me, which is fine. I'm just going to keep going for Night Slashes. But as you can see, that Dragon Breath is really chunking me away. And I think I'm going to start committing shields here because I want to win this lead matchup. And we'll see what he wants to do. I will outpace him to the Night Slashes, but that Dragon Breath does so much damage, so we'll see how this goes. He's going to commit a shield. And I'm actually thinking about switching out, but I think, am I going to shield? No, I'm just going to let this go down, and then I'm going to come in and farm with Togekiss. And I shouldn't have switched out right there. I should have just let him farm me down, but I don't think he realized that I actually switched out. Or maybe he did, I don't know. But I'm going to have to shield this because it's going to be a Sludge Bomb, and that would one-shot the Togekiss. I think this is a loss here, because my only option is to land this Flamethrower, and if it doesn't land, then this Venusaur is going to take out my whole backline. Venusaur is a very good counter to my backline, which is unfortunate, but every team has its weaknesses. That's why you just have to react accordingly. What I'm going to try to do here is go in with Swampert and then switch into Obstagoon on the charge move, but as you can see, didn't work out too well. But I do get a Hydro Cannon off, and I'm like, oh man, please KO, please KO. But yeah, nah. So unfortunately, we're going to take a loss here, but that's okay. We'll go into the next match here. I think we're on, is this the 4th one or 5th one? I lost count. Going against Hepa 1993. Let's see what Hepa's going to have. Okay, so Articuno, this actually is not as great of a lead as you would expect. I'm going to be doing neutral damage with the Night Slashes and the counters, as well as Cross Chop, but Night Slash has a chance to get an attack boost. He shields the first one, which is smart. I was thinking about switching out, but it's not a good idea to switch out. So I'm actually going to shield the first one as well, just to match his shields. But as you can see, these Icy Winds are going to build up and make my Obstagoon, like, useless, essentially. So, I mean, even the first one was debuff. So unless I get the attack boost here, this is probably going to be a lead loss. Articuno is a pain in the butt. And that 100% chance attack debuff, my god. Look at that, Night Slash does barely anything. And I definitely have to switch out here. So I switch out on the charge move, but these Icy Winds actually hurt Swampert, like, pretty well. And also debuff my attack. So yeah, now I'm like, 2 of my Pokemon are at half health, and his Articuno is still alive, and he's shielding it because he knows that I've got no answer for it. So I'm going to shield as well, and this next Hydro Cannon should take him out. But he's going to swap into Clefable. And I'm going for the Earthquake here, and I'm like, okay, at least I can land an Earthquake on this Clefable. But as you'll see, Clefable's a damn tank. I mean, it does like 45%. So, I guess I'll go into Togekiss here. Trying to catch the Meteor Mash, but I'm not able to. So, this is probably also going to be a GG as well. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just like, oh man, I'm sad that I'm losing. Well, I got the Clefable down. I didn't even get to see his last Pokemon, but it happens. I think that might be the last battle. Is it? No, there's one more. Okay, so we're going up against Cora 31. Let's see what Cora's got to offer. So, bad lead, obviously, because a Dynamic Punch would, I'm pretty sure, one-shot us. I've never gotten hit by one, but I never want to. We're going to switch out, trying to catch it, but he's expecting that. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, because he's going to use it on the Swampert. I didn't want to switch directly into the Togekiss, because as you'll see, he's going to switch out, so now I can save my Togekiss for the Poliwrath. And he comes in with Snorlax, but this is fine, because I'm way ahead on energy. So I'm just going to keep pumping these Hydro Cannons out. And I'm doing the same technique where I build up to 2 and then throw them both back to back. That way they don't get any fast moves in during the charge move animation. I'm actually going to let the Swampert go. This will KO. Actually, no, it doesn't KO. Oh, perfect. Okay, never mind. I was ready for him to just go down and lose the lead, but now it looks like we win the lead. No shields required. Swampert is just so OP. So out comes Poliwrath to farm me down, which is not great, but now I've got my Togekiss. He's going to switch out into his Charizard. I'm going to go into my Obstagoon and just pump it full of Night Slashes. It's just like the Hydro Cannon's, just a little, doesn't hurt as much, you know? But they get to, Obstagoon gets a Night Slash at the same time Swampert gets to a Hydro Cannon. But Obstagoon's a lot tankier, so I like him a little bit better. This could be a Blast Burn, so I'm going to shield, and it is a Blast Burn, which is huge. And this next Night Slash will come very close to taking out the Charizard. He should be able to get off one more blast burn if he shields. And so, do I shield this? I better shield this. Oh, I don't shield it. Oh, but I survive with 1 HP. Obstagoon, holy crap. He is so much tankier than you'd expect. Oh, but what the heck? He did that trick where you switched out of the CMP. What a dirty trick. Dirty trickster. That's okay. I think I can still win this. Those ice punches are gonna hurt, but I should be able to, yeah, charm him down before he gets to the next one. And then, yeah, he gives up because he knows I got an ancient power already. So that's gonna be a GG. And I'm pretty sure those are all the battles. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, and I got a stun fist. Hell yeah. Alright, we'll get rid of that. So anyway, I appreciate it so much for tuning in. I would love it if you could click the like button, maybe the subscribe button, share it with your friends, all that good stuff. And if you have any comments, criticisms, what have you, please write them down in the comments, or you can join my Discord if you want. The link is, I'll go right back to it. The link is right here, and it will also be in the description below. All right, everyone have a good one and take it easy.